All right, welcome back. 2023 NFL Mock Draft Simulator. This is your host, Trey, of course, founder, president, Don, CEO, VendettaSportsMedia.com. A quick reminder, all of these videos part of the War Room series on the website, team by team breakdown. We're going to do all the teams before the draft, run it at a time, but Trey's working, Trey's grinding. Trey's giving the people what they want. So anyway, today we're going to be doing the Jacksonville Jaguars. I guess I should rephrase and say the Giants fans definitely didn't get what they want, but I may sound like a broken record here, but I want to reiterate the point over and over and over again. Just because you have a first round pick doesn't mean that you got to use it. This is a bad draft. There's maybe 10 guys total I'm willing to take in the first round. If one of them is not there, we can't do it. So that's just the way that it is. I don't know which more you want from me, but picking a guy in the first round just to pick somebody in the first round isn't the best strategy. The Falcons are going to learn this the hard way with the Drake London pick, and a team that we are going to do today is going to learn this the hard way, and that's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trent Baalke's an idiot. He's one of the dumbest people running any of these teams. A 5-year-old would have picked Trevor Lawrence. I'm not sure how much credit he gets for that one, but just a couple examples for just to remind people how dumb Trent Baalke is. When he was running the 49ers, he fired Jim Harbaugh and hired Jim Tomsula. Let that one seep into your head. That's the guy running the Jaguars. Not a bright guy. He's one of the dumbest individuals running a sports team in all of sports. He also, if you're going to trade Jalen Ramsey, it's one thing to get nothing out of it. CJ Henderson didn't work out. Was okay on him. I didn't think he was the ninth pick in the draft, but that one didn't work out. But using the other first round pick on a running back, Travis Etienne, who you shouldn't use a first round pick on a running back, as we've learned over the years, and B, you sure as fuck can't use it on him. And if the reports came out that Jacksonville actually wanted to take Kadarius Toney, so he's not a bright guy. He's not a bright guy. And you can go over the mock simulators that we did last year and the year before in the Jaguars. If they would have hired Trey, team would have been a lot better. You can go back and look at those if you want to. We'll do the same thing today, obviously. Whatever Trent Baalke does in the draft, guaranteed, look it up, our picks will be better. That's just a lock. Easy enough. Anybody that hires Jim Tomsula to be their head coach doesn't know how to run a football team. So with that in mind, let's go over some positives. Hey, you got Trevor Lawrence, and unlike the Giants, you're not totally stuck. This window is wide open. You're not just a team that's in the playoffs, but you have no real foundation at quarterback, so you're screwed. Not the case here. Have Trevor Lawrence, have a couple young pieces like Tyson Campbell, got 2 pass rushers. Christian Kirk, if you want to count him, Brandon Scherf. The goal now is building the real Super Bowl winning roster. Trent Baalke can't do it. We'll try to do it today, or at least get us there. It's imperative that we try to improve the team while also not losing focus on the 2024 team and the future teams. Because, as I said, this is a bad draft. Next year's draft is really good. If we can shift some picks to 2024, it only makes sense. So we'll see what we could do here today. Hopefully, we don't have to totally punt like the Giants video. Also, Jacksonville does have 2 fourth-round picks, so we'll use those today. And I have a couple back-end picks, so maybe it helps us in trades. With that being said, again, stone cold lock. Whatever we do here today will be better than whatever Trent Baalke does. So I have full confidence in that. It's just a matter of, are we forced to punt? And I hope we're not. I hope one of the guys that I like is going to be there at 24, but that's far from a guarantee. Then we're getting emails. Please don't pop up on my screen. Thank you. Okay. You know, 3 second-round picks ain't bad. 3 second-round picks ain't bad. Can you add another one? 3 second-round picks ain't bad. One to add a third? Okay. 3 second-round picks, 3 second-round picks, and then next year's 3 from Chicago. Great. They took Brzee. That's a good pick. It's a good pick. We're not going to pick for a while, but we'll see how this goes. 3 second-round picks. The only problem is nobody's there that I like. Nobody's available. Nobody's left. Nobody's left. Nobody's left. Oh boy. Okay. Can you get rid of the 5? Can you make it a 6 instead? How about that? Can you add in your 7 or a New England 7? Fuck you. Fine. Like the next year's 2024 second. We're going to have to punt. We're going to have to punt again. How about if we make it pick 202 instead? No? Okay. How about we make it 185? How about we add in your 7? You fucking prick. Fine. We're punting. We are totally punting again. And we're up again. How bad do you want it? We're punting on this draft too. We're punting on this draft too. Okay. We're up again. Make it a 3rd. Add in a 7. Great. We're punting on this draft too. Willing to give you the Cincinnati pick we just got. Fuck you. Sorry, but I mean, what the fuck you want me to do in this draft, man? Like seriously, what do you want me to do? We'll collect the next year's picks. I mean, this draft sucks. Fine. Fine, Indianapolis. Fine. 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 We're up again. Great. Got next year's 3 too. Keep punting. We'll keep punting. No problem. Um, Okay. Got 2/3. Move down a couple more spots. One offer. We're punting on this draft. Make it a 4. Add in a 7. Great. You got an opportunity to get a next year's 3rd. We're punting in this draft again. No problem. Just get rid of the 7. You don't need it. Fine. Got an next year's 3rd. Hey. Hmm. Can you do that? I don't want to give you the next year's 5. Rather give you 202. How about a 6 instead? I don't think it's really worth it. Let me look. Well, I mean, the best player available is Tank Bigsby by a mile. But, this draft is fucking terrible. Who would I pick? I have no idea. Like, what do you want me to do? Take Kendre Miller? Take Carter Warren? Take Jartavius Martin? Take Cameron Latu? That's a fucking Trent Baalke pick. Okay, well, we'll just take it because I don't want to make a pick here. And we were up next. How bad do you want this pick? How bad do you want this pick? How bad do you want this pick, Tennessee? Because I give it to you for 2 next year. I'll give it to you for your 2 next year. I'll even add in a couple of these 7s. How bad do you want this pick, Tennessee? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Yes, next year's Tennessee 2nd rounder for pick 89. Let's go. Throwing a couple 7th rounders. Who cares, man? All right. That was great business. Who'd they take? Xavier Hutchinson. You can fucking have him. You can fucking have him. Who would I take here? No idea. No fucking clue. You make it that instead? Yeah, 2 more picks here. I have no idea who I do kind of know who I'd take, but it's going to be the same names that you've seen before. Who would we pick here? We're going to take Zach Pickens. Do I want to take him? Yeah, I think so. We're going to take Zach Pickens back into the 3rd round, add some more defensive line help. We got 2 good edge rushers. Can we get a defensive tackle that can make a difference? That's how I see this. So we're going to take Zach, how many good defensive tackles are there outside of him? None. He's like the only one left that I like, except for like Byron Young late. DJ Dale, I'll take in the fucking 7th round. Absolutely. But I mean, in this range, we'll take Zach Pickens. We got our first player. We got our first player. Wow. That is a better offer than the last one, isn't it? It feels like it. Add in that. Okay. Add in that. You suck. Do we have any? We control the 4th round. We control the 4th round. We control the 4th round, baby. Where's that Jets pick at? 112? We'll take it. I mean, we're getting into the 6th round. Make it a 4 or no deal. I do pick in 2 spots. Yeah, I do pick in 2 spots. What's his offer? A 6th? Can you make it a 5? Make it a 5. Make it a 5, and I'll take it. We're gonna make a pick. Darius Rush, welcome to the team. We'll add another South Carolina guy. Got rid of our guy Shaq Griffin in the offseason. Didn't love that. I get he was a little bit overpaid, but you know, you're Jacksonville and you put yourself in that spot to overpay him. So need another corner. Need another corner. We like our why can't I think of his name? Drawing a blank. Georgia guy. Tyson Campbell. There we go. Love Tyson Campbell. Tyson Campbell's a good player. Big fan of him coming out. I would have picked him too. He's about the only draft pick that I've agreed with on Trent Baalke, but need another corner outside of him. I mean, outside of Tyson Campbell, we really don't have anybody else. Gonna take Darius Rush. Zach Evans wouldn't have taken him anyway. Can you add that one too? Not bad. Really isn't. We're gonna make a pick. We're just gonna take our guy Tomlinson. Yeah. We're gonna take our guy Tomlinson. Talked about him in past videos. I love this dude. I would take him in the 2nd round. I really, truly would. I think he's going to be a Avonte Maddox on steroids type of guy. Another kind of example to this, Asante Samuel. You guys were too low on him. You guys are too low on this guy too. So I think he could play free safety. I think he could play the slot. I think his movement skills are off the charts. He's LaDainian Tomlinson's nephew, and I'm just not going to bet against that. So, and I loved watching him at TCU. Like, think about this. TCU was in the title game. You think he had nothing to do with it? I don't know. TCU is never going to be there again. When's the next time they're going to be there? Well, having Tomlinson's nephew gets you there. So we're going to take him. Tanner McKee. That's hilarious. Yeah, this time we have no trade offers. Just want to double check this. We'll take him now. All with Timmy. Taking him in a bunch of mocks, but this is just how it's going to be. I think he's the best center in the draft. In the 4th round, if we can get the best center in the draft, Outland Trophy winner, improve our offensive line, no-brainer pick here in the 4th round. This is what the 4th round is all about. Finding guys you think can start at the next level that you got for free. Keeps the cap hit low. It's a no-brainer pick here for me. We're up again, no trade offers, no problem. We got another pick here we'll make. And there's plenty of guys I like here in this round. Like plenty of guys here I like in this round. Who are the other edge rushers? I should look at that. There's some that I like. There's some that I like. We got more picks. Safety wise, where are we at? Yeah, it's just Jair Brown. No. I mean, Matthew Bergeron at this point in the draft is a fucking steal. I'm a big fan of Matthew Bergeron. Yeah, I think we're going to take our safety. Got some safeties, actually. Rayshon Jenkins had a pretty good year. But again, we're just going to build up this secondary. We're going to continue to build up this secondary. In the 4th round, I think this is a guy that can come in and start for us eventually. Maybe even if it's not this year. Jair Brown had a pretty good year at Penn State. I like his ball skills. Combine notes were all positive for me. So in the 4th round, I like this bit of business. I don't. This is a bit of a Trey thing for me, but I thought Ohio State's secondary this year was fucking terrible, and I'm just not interested in anybody that they have at the. Didn't used to be the case, right? They used to have good corners all the time. Doesn't feel like it now. Just doesn't. Matthew Bergeron probably would have been my next pick, but didn't want to risk another safety coming off the board. Okay. So what are we looking at here? Yeah, I think this is also an easy pick at this point. We're going to take Zach Harrison. Zach Harrison, he's how should I phrase this? I think Zach Harrison's ceiling is better than a lot of people think in this draft. There were some high moments at Ohio State, some really high moments, but then you just didn't always see him all the time. Like everybody pretty much vanished in that Michigan game, but when he was on, he was on. I think he's a good player. You want to check out. He fits the 4-3 system too. Bigger defensive end, 6'4", has got some weight on him. Come in for him to be a rotational pass rusher. I think he can stop the run too. You know, another guy to add to the mix. You can't have enough. We saw it with the Eagles last year. You got to have bodies along that defensive line that you rotate in and out and in and out. And to get Zach Harrison in the 4th round, he'll come in and he'll be a good contributor for us. So that's all this draft is going to be about. Find guys that can make your football team better. As many of them as you can. Get rid of that, and you got a deal. Yeah, it wouldn't be big. We'll make another pick here, I think, maybe. Who would we take? That's the real question. Who the fuck would we even pick? I got another pick. Yeah. How many? I just want to see the picks that I have. So we got more. I would want to take one of these running backs eventually. Actually, they're kind of running out. They're kind of running out. We'll wait a little bit. We'll let Kendre Miller come off the board first. The offensive line depth in this draft is so fucking bad. Like there's good offensive linemen. You just got to get them. You just got to get them before they run out. Diabate, I don't know. What was that trade offer? Fine. Fine. I didn't want to really make a pick here. I think double up on a couple extra picks is the right way to go. And then we can take our running back right here. We could take our running back right here. Actually, there's two that I like, right? There's three that I like: McIntosh, Spears, and Gray. We'll get one of them at pick 133, so we'll keep that in mind. Wanya Morris wouldn't be terrible. I don't know how good he is, but I think he can play. I haven't picked him yet. Honestly, let me just do this and get it out of the way. One of these picks here, maybe I'm jumping the gun, maybe I'm not. I want to take Byron Young. I think Byron Young's a good player. And if you go back and read some of my stock report notes, I went over this a lot. Like, I had question marks on Byron Young, but he was like being thought of as like a second round pick, a third round pick, like first round pick. Now I'm sitting here in the fourth round, about to be the fifth round, and we had a guy that was all SEC player, big time production at it. You don't even have his scouting report up. That's kind of sad. I think he's a good player. Can come off the edge. I might take KJ Henry too. Like, the depth edge rushers in this draft, fantastic. Fantastic. Byron Young, Brenton Cox, like, some of these guys are going to hit. Mike Morris, KJ Henry, some of these guys are going to hit. Let's double up. Let's double up. No trade offers, no problem. We'll take our running back here. Fourth round, I like Tajay Spears the most. Good player. He had an awesome Senior Bowl. Disgusting knee bender. Production at Tulane. He destroyed USC by himself. I know the USC defense was bad, but for Tulane to win that game and for him to get 4 touchdowns in that game and just go off, I think he's going to be an awesome running back. Look at the amount of assets we collected. So we come away with Pickens, Rush, Tomlinson, Oluwatimi, Brown, Harrison, Young, Spears. Probably would have taken another edge rusher there in the 5th round. One of those gamble tight ends we probably would have taken. Another offensive lineman. We had other picks to use. Riley Moss, another corner that I like. So we could have really beefed up that defense. We collect 3 second-round picks, 4 third-round picks, a 4th, a 5th, and a 7th. Got a lot of assets. You guys aren't going to like this draft, but I think this is the way to go. If the cards don't line up the way that you like, send the picks to next year. It's not a problem. And we got good players. We got good players. What's the gap between him and Cam Smith? I've been over this 100 times. I don't know if there is one. So I think this was a better draft than the Giants one. 100%. We did better here than the Giants one. No question. With the amount of future assets that we got, the amount of players that we got. I mean, we did do the 4th round in this, so that kind of makes a bit of a difference. But let me know what you think. And Jaguar fans, you might not like it. You're not going to. Did you come away with a star? Maybe not. But I think you came away with like 8 good players, all of which are going to beef up your team and eyes on the prize for next year where we can really do some damage. And that's a year that I would be willing to trade up. Like next year, Marvin Harrison slides down a couple spots. We'll move up for him. We got 3 second-round picks. We'll dump them. If we can get our hands on a Marvin Harrison. I think that's what you got to do for this draft. Like, you really excited to pick Isaiah Foskey in the 1st round? I'm not doing that. Like, so that's just the way that I see it. That's the way that I see it. If the cards don't fall to you, punt. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but I think it's the ultimate strategy. So that's your Jaguars draft. And, I bet you this will be better than what Trent Baalke does. So, let me know what you think. Peace out.